I've got the Think Tank FPV Airport Helipak. It's a mouthful to say and it's easy to forget that name. But is the product memorable? Well, I'm going to go over it in a few seconds and tell you what I think of it. To start off, this bag is a great bag. It's set up specifically for FPV mini quads. Now, it could be used for a number of other things, but it's got that branding. They paid attention to the design specifically for FPV pilots. This bag is really good. Now, compared to the FPV Session, it's a lot different. It's set up for a different target use. It's bigger, it holds a lot more product and tools, and it really can handle a lot. What I found is it carries so much that that's not always optimal. That's not always what we want. Sometimes we want to just pack the bare necessities and get out in the woods, get out in the field, get out to that flying location and not have tons of stuff. And that's what the FPV Session, as its name implies. It's to get you out in the field and flying very quickly with minimal amounts of things to carry along. This bag is made very well. A lot of thought went into its design, and Think Tank is known for their high quality bags, and this is no exception. This bag really shines in the quality area. The zippers are high quality, the materials appear to be very high quality. It's going to take a lot of abuse. Now, there's a difference between this bag and the FPV Session, which I have here. Now, I've been using this for a while, trying to find out what would be the optimal use for it. Really, the only time I'm going to use this bag is perhaps if I'm racing and I need to take a lot of gear and a lot of tools along with me and a couple backup quads, or if I'm going to the airport and traveling. I want to keep everything nice and safe inside this bag without hanging quads off the back. The Session is great, the Airport Helipak is great, but there's two different uses for them as far as I can see. I don't especially like carrying around a bag that's this big if I'm just going out flying for a few hours. I want to take the Session, and what that does is forces me to only pack what I need. So there's two different uses there for them that I can see. But still, this is a great bag for traveling and for going to the races. So let's open it up and see what's inside and how it's set up. So right on the top we have this pouch with a zipper of its own. And notice too, on the top here, there are straps so that you can put in your quads on the outside if you wanted. So you can fit a number of them inside, but if you still wanted to do that, you can strap them right to the outside as well. So this pouch is set up. I have a bag of props in here, and then on the top you also have the ability to put a laptop, and there's a little icon letting you know that a laptop is supposed to go there. So there's some other compartments. I really don't have anything in this section yet, but you can find a lot of use for these pouches. So it's a good design. Now when we move into the main compartment, we just open this flap up, and this can sit upright. If you watch, some stuff will fall out depending on how you put it in there, but you can put some straps across so that if you wanted to lay things this way and access it standing up, all that stuff would stay in there. So that's just a backup battery I have for charging USB devices. And so you can stack your things in here, and it comes with different straps to use for perhaps the outside to put your quads on. This one has some Velcro on it, so this is going to be one that you can put across something like this and keep things stuck in there. So that's a nice added bonus that they give you that. Now on this flap on the inside, we have these mesh pouches. The Session actually has zippers on both sides of the pouches that it comes with. This only has zippers on the top, but it works. I'd like to see them on both sides. That would be useful, but this is what we get, and it works just fine. Now, the way it comes stock is just like this. I didn't change anything. So there's this section here. I put lipos in there. Then I have my Tyrannus in this front section and my goggles right here, and some miscellaneous wires and my antenna for my goggles. Now, The way I have this set up, I can't put my goggles in the case that they come in, so it won't fit in any of these pouches up here. It will fit here, but then you don't have a whole lot of room for your batteries. So you could use this space here perhaps, and then it will push this a little bit when you have your Fat Shark case in there. And there's another pouch here. It's interesting to note that all along this interior edge, and also on this edge and inside here, we have these something just popped in here. All these sections here, these main sections have an elastic band that gives you an opportunity to mount your tools in. Now, if you're going to put these kind of tools in with these kind of pliers with these open-ended springing pieces of metal, you might not want to put one arm through a loop and another arm through a loop and push it all the way down, because that can tend to get tangled and caught up on these elastic straps. But it's really nice. There's so many of them. They're all around the edges, and then they're on the bottom of this section as well. So you can see here I have a quad frame just to show that you could fit a couple in here. This one still has its props on. It fits right in. So you could put a lot of quads in here. You probably fit about 3 on the inside, and then you could put some more on the outside if you want. So this bag really has tons of room. It's really sturdy, it's well built, and I think a lot of people will find it very handy, useful. Now there's a lot of options out there right now, but this is a really good option if you're looking to transport a lot of stuff in a nice container. It's really good looking. Now I don't like it because of how wide it is, so I'm not going to trek through the woods with this. It's just going to get caught up on a lot of things. Again, that's when I go back to my session. Also, something that's nice that you might want to check out is the battery pouch. It does keep your batteries really organized. Now, it's not going to give you fire protection, but it will fit 4 batteries. If you get a couple of these, you can stack them in nice and neat. All your wires are in good shape. It also, the bag itself comes with a rain cover. This is one of the things that we see a lot with these kind of bags. I'm not going to use it, but if you did put some quads on the outside as well, you may want to carry this around with you. Think Tank also provided me with this radio cover. It's pretty good quality. It's really nice, but I have no use for it. So the only thing I can see it being useful for is if you don't have enough room left in your bags, you can put your radio in here and just hang this from the outside. So that's going to wrap things up. Again, a great bag, but it has a very specific use for airports, perhaps for racing, if you want to carry a lot of gear and keep it all contained inside. If you're just going out flying for a few hours and you don't want too much stuff with you, go to your Session, get the Session. It's a fantastic bag for that type of application. So hopefully this video was helpful. I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned. We'll have some more videos coming along soon.